Hey everybody, it's Elizabeth from Silvernest Homeschooling, mom of four, and I have been a little AWOL, not hanging out on YouTube for a little bit. I have made some videos, but they got some family emergencies that morphed into some sicknesses, that morphed into end of school. And so here we are on our last week of school, and so I apologize to anybody who is wondering where we were. Everything has kind of been sorted out. Oldest graduated from his program and came home for the summer and is starting college again in a different program in the fall. So we've been working really hard on that, helping the junior that's almost a senior get finished up in her college, working on big papers and stuff. And so she's doing high school and college at the same time. And so that's been it. This glare is crazy. Anyway, so without ado, an update on how we finished out the rest of the year for ninth grade. We have done essentials in writing and essentials in literature for ninth grade English, and it worked out really, really well. We started it late. If you've been following, we had her at a co-op program and decided that it wasn't going to meet her needs, so we pulled her in October. There's more about that in a different video, but yeah, this turned out well. She learned a lot. She has one more paper she's finishing this week, final essay, and then she will be done. It's a research paper. I like this program. It's a 1,000-word research paper, but it walks it step by step. And so I'm not going to show you their work, but they could do The Hobbit, and then we had her read some other things as well. And so this is the correcting book and the schedule that they give you, and you can adjust the schedule as necessary, add, subtract, do the writing assignments more than once if you feel like they're not understanding it, but in our case she usually understands it, so she's good. So we will be using level 10 next year, and then the year after that her plan is to go to our local community college for her junior and senior year as well. I grabbed this. We already gave away our health curriculum, but she and her sister, so 9th and 7th grade, finished high school health this year, and my mom was gracious enough to teach that. She has actually been teaching our homeschool program for as long as I've been teaching. She's been teaching science or high school health for my kids, and I am super grateful. This is the final year. We just finished. They both got A's, which is great, and they worked super hard. And of course, they didn't like the subject, but they love Grandma, and Grandma didn't like subject, but she loved them, and so they did better than they would have done here. She also did world history. She did knot grass, which I've already put away as well. This is just to remind me to talk about world history. She read a lot of books for world history. She's actually finishing up. That's all she has left to do is a couple of the books that she skipped over. We basically read all the books we meant to read inside her beginning of the year. So if you want to go back and see which ones we read. She was not a fan of most of the books, but our goal this year was to get her to read more. And since she didn't have as many books to read in her English, that she had a lot of different things to read, we decided to go ahead and to do that instead. So sorry if there's noise in the background. That's my cat. She's jumping on the door saying, hey, let me in. The other thing that she did for me at home was PE, and that was ballet, and that went great. She even made it into a really couple of yummy parts for the spring show, and that just finished this last weekend, and so she's still taking classes, which mark in for our PE. And then at school, she has biology and geometry, and those also have been going well. It was a little rough there. We had some traveling. We had some emergency sickness for one of the kids. Spent some time in the hospital, and then I got sick. And so everybody is well now, but it did throw them off a little bit towards the end as they were trying to finish up for school. So that is where we are. Appreciate you coming along on the journey, and hopefully be more consistent now that we are out of that. And we'll be giving you some videos on the specific resources we'll be using for next year. We've been doing this for 13 years now. I'm getting ready for our 14th year. And so, yeah, that means that I pretty much know what I'm aiming for, and just trying to capture some stuff to share with you. Life goes crazy sometimes. It does. And then you recalibrate, you skip, you move. All right. So let's let that poor cat in, and I will talk to you soon. There she comes.